Hello guys, it's Taya Ukraine and welcome to her channel again.
Yes, so today we have an interview, actually talk with my sister about her impressions and comparing Ukraine and France. We have a nice weather, as you can see, finally, last day of April, and here it's 20 degrees Celsius. So Lana, tell us please, what is the main funny stereotype you've heard from French people about Ukraine?
I haven't heard actually so many things which I expected. I don't know, maybe it's because they're polite, or there is also a reason they don't really know much about Ukraine. Even adults, they often don't know the capital of Ukraine. And for me it's crazy because for
I
the
know
last
capital of France.
not this, but like for the 7 years we've been present a lot in the news because of the war, Maidan,
right.
and what else?
And other economical
Yes, and,
things.
other
and
issues.
our president meets with French
Yes,
president.
so
a lot.
I thought at least thanks to this they would know at least the capital, but no, even like people who are 40 years old or something like that are not aware. So yeah, going back to stereotype, for me the funniest thing was to hear that like, oh, do you drink coffee? I thought you only drink tea because like Eastern Europe is a tea region, and yeah, on average I think it's true because you know in Spain and Italy and France people do drink a lot of coffee, and like in Ukraine, Russia we are more about tea on average, but we still drink coffee and we like it. Maybe not everybody, but it's also a common drink now.
I've never heard of this stereotype before. Why people think we don't drink coffee? I don't understand. Because of problems with importing coffee to Ukraine?
I don't know, but I also saw some maps in the internet, you know, like coffee versus tea Europe, and it's like Central Europe and Eastern one is more about tea, and the rest is more about coffee. I'm more about coffee person. For me, tea is only like water with some smell of grass. But
Water,
sometimes
grass.
I enjoy it as well. Taya, what about you? Both.
Both. I cannot say I love coffee more. Depends on coffee, depends on my mood, and depends on tea. Yeah.
Taya like matcha.
Matcha. Yes.
And of course, also a few times I heard like, oh, it's like there is a lot of snow in Ukraine, or it should be so cold. Yeah, of course, comparing to my region in France, it's colder because I'm situated in Brittany, which is on the west. So it's not that cold and it's near the sea. But I think European climate, Kyiv climate would be not very different from the Paris one because it's also like in the north. And
Agree.
Yeah.
I think it's still it's partially true because we don't have a lot of sunny days here in Ukraine in winter. So maybe it also influences them, like all this cold weather. And if they saw the news from our weather for last week, they would say, oh, typical Ukraine, snowing in April.
Yes,
but it's not typical. It's not typical for us as well. And you also told me about the potato and bread.
We were eating a lunch at my boss, I think, and I commented something about like how potatoes are prepared or something, or at the party, and another colleague, he's Spanish, he was like, oh yeah, because Lana knows like 10 ways to cook a potato, she's a potato expert. But
of course,
it's true, we do eat a lot of potatoes. They are in soup, we put them as a side dish, and yeah, we know at least like 5 ways
salad,
to cook a potato.
Especially in the village, potato will be in a soup, in a salad, and as a side dish. That's true, but I think in the city people are not that addicted to potatoes. But this is weird because in France they also known for baking stuff, and
yeah, I mean I haven't heard about bread, I think, but it was more about potatoes.
Okay.
Lana is a potato expert.
I see.
But maybe the thing is, maybe I was the reason why they started to say this, because I was like, oh, these potatoes are uncooked or something.
Also, tell my viewers what do you do and what your job basically influenced you, gave you an opinion of how everything works in France, at least in your region, right? Not maybe in all European Union, as you said, that how government governmental program treat people?
So I'm in France not as an employee but as a volunteer from a program which is called European Solidarity Corps. So this is basically a program for any European citizen from 18 to 30 years old. You can go abroad for like 1 year maximum and be involved in some kind of missions in like education, sport, culture, etc. So I work in a place called Informational Service for Young People. So it's the same, like up to 30 years old. Areas that we cover is like health, education, how to apply for a job, how to go abroad, how to find maybe your...
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. How to find also a flat for you to rent when you want to move out, etc. So like, you know, all the topics which can be useful for teenagers and basically young adults. And yeah, for me, the biggest difference, at least for now, between youth at least, is that they are not independent and they are not very ambitious. I mean, it depends, but from what I see, especially because I live in a rural area and we work in a rural area, in small towns and like villages. So yeah, from what I see in France, you've got tons of programs, tons of financial aids to help you, to support you. You want to go abroad? No problem. We will give you 600 euros for vacations.
Just for vacation?
I mean, yeah, you should do something in return, but it can be one, like, you know, evening of discussion. You show some pictures and you tell people about how it goes. So it's not that difficult. But yeah, you will receive like 600
So basically,
euros.
if you don't have money but you really want to go abroad, you will have some kind of help.
Yeah. If you have like your own idea, oh, I want to go to Norway to learn something about, I don't know, their style
Fish.
of living, fish, yeah, maybe their agriculture, and then you should come back and, I mean, it's an example, and tell other young people how it
it's very educational. That's very cool.
And it opens your mindset. There are support organizations for people in every kind of difficult material life situation. So you can just go somewhere, you know, to an office, book an appointment with a specialist and tell what is your problem and they will help you. And it is for free, you know, you don't have to like wait in queues for like years.
So question, how fast can you receive the help? For example, you are single mother. How fast can you receive?
I don't know about single moms because that's not
your
area what I'm working with. I mean, I know they exist because we're in the same building. But for example, if you're a young person applying for a job and you don't know how to do it, you need help with your CV, you can call us like on Monday and in a few days you will receive an appointment.
So they will make a CV for you, like help you?
They will help you, yeah. And they can help you, you know.
Nice.
They will give you all the, I don't know, practical advices. Because it's also rural community, you know, there are not so many people and organizations, so they can give you direct contacts or even call on your behalf someone and ask like, oh, do you need stagiaires or like interns? I did always everything by myself. I found my studies myself. I applied myself. This program I also found myself.
Lana, a minute of Lana's cherishment. Lana found a university where she can study for free, and there was only one place.
It was thanks to your godfather.
No, it's still not me. And
thanks to his link on Facebook. But yeah.
But still, she did everything and all the steps, and she got the only place in the university.
There were two places. I got the second one.
Sorry. No, still two. Just two places to study for free. Like she did all the search by herself, and at that time when she graduated, Poland, studying and living in Poland for Ukrainians was becoming popular, because when I graduated, no one, as far as I know, no one from my classmates had an idea to enter abroad. Neither do I. I didn't even have this in my mind.
Because during my last year of school, they opened Polish courses in Polish language classes in our school. So that was the reason.
And all this war and stuff, started.
Yeah.
So
another thing which can prove what I just said about like independence and stuff. For example, when I'm saying to everyone, "Oh, I want to stay in France. I will be looking for a job soon," and so on and so far. And my boss is like, "Oh, you should ask your colleagues. Like, they will help you with CV. Oh, you should tell everyone you're looking for a job because like these contacts which matter, and someone can like give you a link to someone else." Yeah, of course. I mean, it is always helpful.
Right.
Yeah, connections. But I was thinking, just I will be applying, through like LinkedIn and Indeed, and I can do everything by my own. Because I'm used to do it like this. Nobody ever proposed me like help, with any of these things. And here, it's not. It's
everything is given for you. Just take it. In Ukraine, we don't have anything like that. Everyone is googling if they want to go abroad for a job, and I don't know what we do.
There are agencies, but you always have to pay for the services.
Yeah, consultation or something.
But there are not so much free services like that.
Yeah, for example, when I applied for the entrepreneur and I didn't know what to do at that online stuff with the documents, we didn't have any information. You could go and ask for free, but there will be lots of queue. You will spend lots of time.
And they will be like bitchy.
Yes.
You should
go here and do this. I'm like, what do you mean go here?
I'm taking my coffee now. Sorry.
It's my first time here. Sorry, I don't understand anything. I understand you are in this job 20 years and you know everything, but I don't.
It's absolutely normal in France. Like if you're between 20 and 23 years old, let's say, not to work, not to be involved in studies. I mean, of course, it's a different situation in the job market comparing to Poland. It's harder to find a job, especially if you're a young specialist.
Where
in France?
In France, it's harder.
I think it's harder
if you are qualified.
I mean, for young people in general, because I also think they are more like hierarchy society. So the older you are, the more you are seen more like a specialist. Even if you're not, but with age you're like more serious and stuff. If you're young and you don't work, it's okay. Like nobody will tell you like, he's living with his parents and like, he's doing anything. He's doing nothing with his life. No, because it's quite a normal situation in like everyday life.
I think it's vice versa about job here. If you are young, it's very easy to find job. Like lots of companies, they're looking for people under 35 years old. Qualified job, I mean. Unqualified job, easy to find, I think, in every country. There will be always vacancies.
Yeah, it depends, because like in France, I'm not a specialist, but from what seems to me, like in every country where are a lot of immigrants, most of unqualified job is taken by migrants because they can be paid less and like they will take any job they can. And French people will be sitting and waiting for a better opportunity to come.
To find unqualified job, it's very easy. Qualified job, it will be more difficult. They require you should be young with 1 year experience.
My coordinator in French organization, she's 25, and she told me like, it's very rare that someone who is 25 years old having a degree from the university, like a bachelor or master. I don't know. I think she has a master. She told me it's really rare that someone has a very stable job when he's 25. I'm really lucky that I have this job.
Really?
Yes. Some of your friends work in seasonal jobs, in winter in ski resorts, in like hotels, in summer somewhere else. But they also have a diploma from university. It's not like that you just finished high school and that's it. No, they're qualified, but there is no job or it's hard to find it.
Here, almost everyone have higher degree, like either higher degree or secondary specialized degree. Everyone studies like it's like almost forced to study like what you do without a degree. Not enough vacancies for people. And
especially for economists and lawyers.
Yes. What I wanted to add, like here, it's right. We have society, not us, but society have expectations that if you are 25, you should already find a stable job. Like if you're 25, you're still studying. you're too adult to study. And we already have an expectation at being 30, you should already have at least a car, you know, and family or
Taya,
something.
do you have a car?
No.
No, you just turned 25 last week, so you still
I
have
need to
time.
have a driver license first. I
Yeah.
don't want to buy a car just so that I show off all my neighbors.
I can also compare quickly French girls and Ukrainian ones, or
Okay.
like, okay,
Yes, very interesting for my viewers.
I mean, people always tell that like Ukrainian girls put a lot of makeup, they dress up. It's kind of true. I mean, comparing to French women, they don't put a lot of makeup. For example, especially women who are like 35 plus, I don't see almost no one wearing makeup. Maybe younger one, yeah, sometimes at my job, I mean in the village, but yeah, not that much. And for example, I had an online meeting with other volunteers, like also young people, and of course two girls with makeup when they were staying at their houses. We're like Belarusian girl and Italian but with Ukrainian origin. I mean, basically Ukrainian.
She's Ukrainian, just lives
Yeah.
in
Yeah, I
Italy.
think
For us, it's like, oh, I'm talking with other people.
Yeah.
Makeup.
Yeah, but French women, it's not a
Uh-huh.
stereotype. They really are more natural, let's say.
Casual.
And they're less overweight than like what I see in Poland. And not only women, but men also. There are less overweight people than in Poland and Ukraine. I think French people eat more healthy and exercise more.
Nice, thank you, Lana, for your observation. If you like this video, put thumbs up. If you want to hear more of us talking, watch our live stream. Maybe you need to watch something for 2 hours while you're driving. We have such video to entertain you. And put comments right now to support this channel and my videos.
And if you want another video about France,
Wait half of
can
a
do
year.
it.
Just kidding. Hope to see you in the next episode. Пока-пока.
Bye! Au revoir!
Au revoir.
If you want to see a video of us speaking French, let us know.
Yeah.
I was proposing it to Taya for such a long time.
I made once a video where I speak French. It wasn't
but
very
not
popular.
too fast.
More unique, I agree, Lana.